Hello there. I see the sniper I've hired to camp on my roof to aid in keeping people off my property is really bad at their job. Once again, I find you here, in my home, interrupting my relaxing evening of watching Mexican dolphin wrestling. Oh well, I guess since you're here now, I can tell you some silly, completely made up but entirely factual things about the world, while we wait for the aforementioned sniper to relocate and put a tranquilizer dart in your neck. So let's kick things off with a little bit of law enforcement news. After the fatal shooting of active shooter Andrel Tekel Sundberg by police, Black Lives Matter advocates have been campaigning for police reform with regards to attending active black shooters, claiming Mr. Sundberg was having a mental health crisis that would have been better handled by a mental health professional and not law enforcement, in what ended up being yet another example of racist white supremacist murder of a person of color. In response to this latest outbreak of peaceful protesting, President Joe Biden has stepped in and signed a new executive order dubbed Tekel's Law, stating that from henceforth any and all unlawful activity concerning people of color can no longer be attended by police officers and must instead only be attended by trained mental health professionals, such as therapists. In completely unrelated news, the rates of assaults, rapes, stabbings, and shootings of therapists have increased by over 5,000% in the last few days. Experts are unable to explain this phenomenon, but early opinion pieces from authoritative sources suggest that this is another symptom of a racist white supremacist society using violence to attempt to deny communities of color access to much-needed healthcare. Health news. After the repealing of Roe v. Wade in the United States, experts have claimed the nation to be sexist and attacking women's right to abortion at the highest level of government. We reached out to the highest level of government, President Joe Biden, for commentary on Roe v. Wade. Biden's response was swift and resolute, stating, "Come on, man, this is simple stuff, and I'll tell you what I told that other guy. When it comes to Roe v. Wade, it's easy. It depends on how deep the water is." Entertainment news. Glastonbury Festival was this year attended by a star-studded lineup. Most confusingly was the attendance of forgotten popular American performance artist Andrew WK, who attended this year's music festival to shout at the audience about climate change for some reason. Sporting news. The Commonwealth Games this year saw a spectacular display of international solidarity, with cyclists from around the world performing a display in honor and recognition of American President Joe Biden. Thank you for yet again forcibly entering my home and accosting me into telling you entirely accurate but completely false stories about how insane the world is, just to help you feel less like you're going completely mad. Fortunately, since the sniper has finally done their job, and you now have only a few moments of consciousness left, let me just say it's been wonderful having you here. Please never come back. I'm running out of money to spend on security.